I'm here in Malmö. I made the decision to just take a one-day trip here to see some of the city, see what's going on, get the feel, and really take in the energy of Eurovision. Well, everything except actually watching the show. I wasn't able to get tickets for the show itself, but I'm here. It's Thursday, it's the day of the second semi-final, and I'm just going to go around Malmö for a day, explore, see some of the things, see the Eurovision Village. It's a bit early, of course, to be here. It's 9 a.m. at the moment, so obviously there aren't any people here just yet. There are a few of the police forces here already, but that was to be expected. But yeah, it's definitely quiet here so far. I don't really have that big of plans for today, but very close here to the arena is a big shopping center where Riviblox is also doing their performance lounge. So I think I'm just gonna go over there, explore that a little bit, and maybe see some of the performances that they will be having on their stage before I head into Malmö City and into Folkets Park, which is where the Eurovision Village is located. So let's go. I found out that the shopping center doesn't actually open until 10 a.m. So I've just been walking around this little park that was nearby, and it's so lovely. The sun is out, there is barely any people here from what I've seen, and it's very green and it's very lovely. And like I said, it's very quiet out here. It is a normal Thursday after all, but it is very quiet. So yeah, this is really nice, just walk around here and soak up the sun. But I think it's about 10 a.m. now, so I think we're gonna go back to the shopping center and we're gonna continue with what I've already talked about, so let's go.
When you get up in the morning, you feel like, well, you're like, oh, get up and like, it's a new day, start a new day, start fresh.
Just had myself a little quick bite of food before I move on. I'm here at Max Burgers, which is a Swedish burger chain. It's one of my favorite places. There is one in Copenhagen that I always go to whenever I am in Copenhagen, so I had to try it locally, of course. But yeah, that was just a quick little bite to eat. And now let's move on into Folkets Park. When I got to the Eurovision Village itself and got in, the first thing I actually did was to visit a live show that the guys who were doing the Eurotrip podcast put on, which was a fantastic experience, really fun.
I gotta tell you how I feel about you, 'cause I can't go a minute without your love.
Of course, you're Swedish, writing for Azerbaijan. We see Swedes write for a lot of other countries at Eurovision. How do those conversations start?
And after that, it was back out in the park and out to the Euphoria stage to see some of the acts perform.
Sing it!
When that was done, I actually just walked around the Eurovision Village for a bit. I got some merch, I got to see some of the things going on, and eventually, when it was around the evening time, I did end up going home. I was thinking about if I should hang around and find somewhere to actually watch the semi-final. That was my original plan when I booked this trip, but I have been battling a bit of a cold this week. Maybe you can hear it in my voice, maybe you can't. But it just felt like a nicer thing to go back home and watch the semi-final with my partner. But that was my little trip to Eurovision 2024. It was just a day trip, so maybe if I'd been there for more days, I would have seen more of Malmö and gotten more of the experience. But it was still nice to get out there, really experience Eurovision for the first time, because it was my first time going to it live. I've been to Junior Eurovision before, but never the actual Eurovision. I got to see some great performances. I got to meet up with some old friends, and all in all, I think it was a really nice day. It's hard for me to compare it to something because I've never been to Eurovision before, but what I saw was pretty enjoyable. And most importantly, I, as a person who didn't go into it with many expectations, had a great time. Yes, there was a lot of police around. As we all know, it's been the big talk of the town this year. I felt safe. There was never a point during the day where I didn't feel safe, but I also didn't run into any of the protests going on in the city. Wasn't really intentionally, but I was just never where they were. But with the police around, with everything around, you do feel a bit of the tension. Of course you do. The wall surrounding Folkets Park, where the Eurovision Village was, if you just went a little bit away from where all the police was, the walls were full of pro-Palestinian graffiti. Like I said, it has been the talk of the town this year, and I also felt like not including it in this video would not be telling a fair story, because it's definitely there, you definitely feel it, but not to the point where I ever personally felt threatened. I hope you enjoyed this little video at least. It was fun to experience Eurovision like this, even if it was just for a day. If you enjoyed this type of content, I do actually have another channel called Hello Niklas, where I do a lot more personal videos, but I also do a few vlogs, so if that's something that's interesting for you, maybe you should go check that out. I recently changed up that channel, so all the videos there are in English now, so if you like what you saw here, maybe that'll be something for you. But thank you for watching this video. Have a great Eurovision final, whatever way you are celebrating, and I guess I'll see you for the post-Eurovision review. Take care.